Hi everyone, this is Felicia, and I am working on my fifth layout with the Studio Calico's Copper Mountain kit. Right there is some of the pattern paper that comes in the kit there, and that's by October afternoon. Right, what I'm doing with this is I'm cutting off an inch off of each side because this is going to be one of the layers that I'm going to be working with. When I first cut this, I thought I could mount those photos on there, but then it got a little too busy, so I decided to go ahead and use the pink, and then we're going to make that layer a smaller layer and put it on top of that. So right now I'm going to glue down these photos, and I'm going to cut off some of the top and the bottom and some of the sides there. And I'm realizing that it's not going to fit. So I cut off another ½ inch off of each side. And there, that fit, that worked. Because I wanted to be able to see the feather pattern paper in the background because I really, really like that. So now I'm pulling out some die cuts, and that is from Pink Paisley, and that is from the Vintage Vogue collection. I think I only have a few of those left. I used up quite a bit of those when I first got them, and I think it's been about a year or two maybe that's been out. Right there, I'm cutting a doily in half, putting half at the top and half at the bottom, trying to balance it out. And I am looking around to see what else I'm going to add on there, which is those hearts from the Copper Mountain kit. They're like the puffy hearts. Trying to get a perfect placement there for those hearts there. And the tabs that I just stuck on each side of there, I don't know exactly where those came from. I can't remember, but I had those in my stash, and I thought I'd start using those up. Now the digits, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put those. So I changed my mind here in a minute and figure, oh, okay, yep, I can put them right there. And I thought I could put all four of them down there, but I ended up only putting three. And that is the heart and the meltdown and the @ symbol. Now I'm going to start to glue everything down, starting with the digits there. Before I glue them down, I'm putting on the 3D adhesives because I want that to kind of pop off the page a little bit there. I try to do 3D dimensions when I'm doing some of my layouts. Sometimes I forget, and I ended up putting a little bit more bulky embellishments on my layouts than I should, but I don't really like my layouts to be flat. All right, so I'm pulling everything off, starting to put the layers together there. And I take a look to make sure that's where I want the doily there, and I'm putting both doilies on. And then you're going to see me, I put the top one on right, but then I ended up putting the bottom one on backwards, or not backwards, but slightly over. And I realized that later, and I changed that later. So I'm getting that situated there on the gray cardstock, which is by American Crafts as well. And putting down, oh, see, there I go. I take off the doily, then I situate it. I always do things like that. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm paying attention or what, but sometimes, boy, and I've been scrapping for so long now, it's like, oh, you got to remember where to put these things. Now I'm layering in the die cuts there, putting them on, making sure everything is getting glued down. And I take a look and I go grab my hearts, put my hearts in place. And then I grab some enamel dots, and those are from Basic Gray. And I realized that I need another piece right at the top there. And I had pulled that out earlier, but I completely forgot about it. So I'm going to 3D mount that so it could match the bottom left-hand corner there. Those 3D adhesives, I really like those. It's easy to peel off the backing. And putting the enamel dots on in a nice arrangement there, from one big one in the middle and then the two small ones on the ends there. And you can see me use my scissors there to put them on because they're tiny. And those things, they usually pop out of my fingers. Now that I've got that layer done, I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down. I was originally going to leave it straight, but then at the last minute, I chose to turn it on an angle. Who knows? All is fair in scrapbooking. Whatever you like fits, goes, and that's how you do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some of the Mr. Huey's on there, and that is the Calico White. Just bringing some droplets. I realized once I take it out of the box that the droplets were a little big and that they needed to dry fast. So I take out my, you'll see me take out my Milwaukee heat gun here in a minute to dry some of those splotches. That gun is awesome, by the way. If you don't own one, I suggest you get one. They're awesome. Make embellishing really nice. So I'm journaling down the bottom now, and it says, my Faith is always so happy and loves to go to the beach. She is also in love with tutus right now, and she wants to wear them whenever she can and wherever she can. What a beauty. So I'm going to archive that, and so that's something she'll remember. Now I find a tab there, and I want to put the date on there. So I end up using some of the basic grade black letters to spell out the month June, and I put June 2014 when I was actually taking June 2013. I'll probably change it later, then I might not change it. It just depends on how it'll look if I change it. I don't want to mess up the layout. So sometimes if I feel like I'm going to do that, I don't change it. So then I'm going to end up putting an enamel dot there, right, to separate the month and the year. I put 2014, no. So I'm looking at it, checking it out. Realize, oh, that's right, got to get my title on there. And of course it's going to be called Tutu. And then I later on realized I forgot to put the hi, which was an embellishment from Freckled Fawn, like a little rubber banner there, not banner, but badge. And I put the tutu on there, so you'll see the hi later on. That's it, and thanks for watching. Take care.